Okay, so today I am making another recipe, and it is this. It's called the sirloin steak with sauce Robert. Now, why sauce Robert? I can't tell you that, but what I can tell you is it looks good. So, the side dish that you see there are green beans, and it looks like mashed potatoes, but it's not. It's actually mashed cauliflower. So I'm looking forward to that, which I love. I've made this on my own before with various dishes. And so I am going to do this one today and let you guys join in with me while I chit chat with you. So my back is going to be to you today, but my surgery spots are doing well. This one has the stitches, 2 stitches, and then the one on the back has 3 stitches. And so, but they're both doing well. I've been doing what I'm supposed to do in terms of keeping it clean and stuff like that. So, but they feel great. My doctor that did it, actually was the PA, did a fabulous job. So let's get started. I already have my cauliflower on cooking over here. Let's see if you can see that. No, it's a little bit too far. It's over here. That's my cauliflower cooking. And I have green beans here that I need to chop up. And this is going to be a steak dinner meal. So let's just get started. And I apologize for my back being to you, but I'll keep you entertained, okay? All right, so now, let's see. 6 a.m. I'm going for boys, pins, chives, peeled and half shallots, sliced calves into thin strips, trim the ends off green beans, pat steak dried, season both sides with the. Okay, so let me just kind of chit chat while I work. Maybe I should move you guys. You think? Yeah. I don't like talking to people with my back to me. That does not fare well with me. So let's just see if I can get this done with you guys over here. I would much rather look at you than have my back to you. And they're working on an apartment, vacant apartment over there, so you'll hear them pouncing around and bouncing around. So anyway, there's this guy on the internet who he actually was married to a black woman, and he's African American also. And what I do with my pat my face dry towel. Anyway, he's African American. His wife was African American. They have, I don't remember, 2 or 3 kids, maybe a couple kids. And so someone comes in his house late at night. And they had a friend over, and of course their kids were there. And they come in with a gun and orders them, the guest, and the kids upstairs. So they don't know who this person is. He was masked. And they order them upstairs. So the man and his wife convince this burglar or whatever he was there for, this intruder, they convince him to allow the children to go outside, to just leave and not have to lay face down on the floor. They didn't know what was about to happen. And so this intruder allows the children to then leave and go, leave the house and not get on the floor face down. So they put them on the floor face down. So at this point now the kids are gone. It's 3 of them. And so they're on the floor face down. Okay, thank you. They're on the floor face down. And so the wife is shot in the head. Shot in the head. Now, how the suspect left and why the suspect left, I can't tell you. I haven't heard anything that even gave me an idea of why. Why only the wife was shot and killed and not the others, I can't tell you that because I've not seen anything. But if you look it up on YouTube, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on about it. So, anyway, the wife is shot in the head. She dies. Fast forward to a news report where they're at the house of this deceased woman, and her husband's outside speaking with them, and everybody's commenting on it because it doesn't look like he's grieving. It looks like he's faking, crying, and I have to admit it, at no point did I see any tears. Okay, they weren't there. But I tried to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. But I think they're in Florida. Was that in Florida? I have to ask my daughter. But you have to look at the video and see. Oh, you know what? I'll put it down below. That's what I'll do. I'll put it down below. You can go look at it. But the guy obviously had been cheating on his wife. And the chick that he was cheating with had a baby. The baby is, I guess, a year old. So, in the process of cheating, and in the process of his wife getting shot and killed, she is getting bashed on social media because she's like making all kinds of off comments about the whole thing and how he's her baby daddy. So social media just rips her a new one. And so she smooth goes left. I'm going to put that one down here too. She smooth goes left on all the people that's making comments, and she's telling people where she's going to be the next morning, 9:30, bring your ass over there and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to kick you and such and such. And she's just going smooth off, okay? So, anyway, that makes him look even more suspicious because his side chick is making comments that are less than admirable about his dead wife. And so everybody's going off on her, and she's ready to put her foot in somebody's behind. I don't know who's behind she wants to put it in, but she wants to put her foot in somebody's behind, and she clearly is about to. I have to smoke my vape. Anyway, she's clearly got some issues, but she's telling everybody, I'll meet you anywhere you want to, and I will put my foot up your behind, and yada yada yada. And so it was just some crazy stuff. And I bring that up because, you know, somebody said, well, black people don't do that. Well, how do we know? You heard of a guy called OJ? He was on trial even though he was found not guilty. That does not mean he didn't do it. They just couldn't prove it. So in that, I'm just wondering, you know, what are your thoughts about guys that, you know, are married, supposedly faithful, and his wife had just posted 2 hours before she got killed on Facebook about where she was 2 years before that and where she was at that time. And she was just saying so grateful because she was making a 6-figure income, and she was homeless 2 years before, the previous 2 years before she was homeless. So she was just really encouraging people, and then 2 hours later she gets her head blown off. So everybody is kind of really kind of going, it's trending, but people are very disturbed by the circumstances. And I was just wondering what you guys think, you know, because, you know, he could be just this less expressive person, or he could be hiding something. I don't know. I asked, what do you guys think? Because, you know, I'm not the... I can be very neutral when I have to be. But I also can be realistic in that people do this. Not just men, but also women. Women pay people to kill their husbands and try to poison their husbands and stuff too. So it's not just gender specific. But I was wondering what you guys thought about that. I got to get to moving. So let me read this. I'll stop it and read, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've already done a couple of things since I put you on pause, but I just want to finish up what I'm doing. And I'm not going to lay this down because I won't need it again. And talk to you about, I think you saw me post something, I think it was about a month and a half ago or so, and about if I should do or should not try cannabis. So I'm going to talk to you about what I did. A little experiment, but let me see what I need to do next. Let's see. But I'm just going to add some oil here and then put my meat in because everything else is just about ready. But I was going to ask you, first of all, I want to know how many people has actually tried the cannabis. And either as an oil or just as a... maybe you just use marijuana recreationally. But I'm really interested in how many have tried it. First of all, I'm in the state of California, and it is now legal here. Not that, that really makes a difference, because people that wanted to smoke it, I'm sure they smoked it anyway. It's been a medicinal state for a while. I'm not sure how long, but I know for a while it's been a medicinal marijuana state. So people could actually still get it. They just had to go and get the little medical card, and then they could get it, right? Well, I told you guys on the last video that my PCP really talked to me about trying it, because what happened with the pills when I was getting those false positives. And he really talked to me about, he can prescribe it and it might work better. And, this he thought would be the better option. And, I walked away in 3 months. I'm really thinking about and considering what he's saying. He's my PCP, and weighing everything, and decided, okay, I'm going to give it a try. Maybe in August I'll, talk to my pain management specialist, and then talk to him, and then I'm going to try it in August. And pretty much made up my mind. But then he, hold on a second, trim ends off green beans. Okay, I did that. Let's see both sides. So I did that. Okay, so give me 4 minutes on the timer. Hello. 4 minutes on the timer. Oh. So, anyway, he talks to me all this time, putting the steaks in. I like to rub it on one side and then flip it over when it has oil in it. So, he talks to me and convinces me pretty much, even though I've never been a recreational user of marijuana. I've never liked it. Let me rinse my steak plate. I've never liked it, but to each his own. I didn't down anybody that liked it for recreational use or for medicinal reasons. I never, cared. So, to each his own, like I said. But anyway, so I go in and I see my PCP, and I say to him, I think I want to try it. I've made up my mind I want to try it. And I think I'm going to follow your advice and, you know, and all this stuff. And he flipped the script on me. Well, why do you think you want to try it now? Because now I gotta find something to mash them with. We don't have a potato masher, do we? Oh gosh. What am I gonna mash the cauliflower with?
You don't have a masher?
I thought we did, but I don't see it.
I've had pork too.
Yeah, with potatoes that probably work, but okay, so how am I gonna do this? Maybe I should put it in the blender.
I think that'd be a lot.
No, just to get it mashed. Yeah, that's true.
And get under the blade.
Yeah, and I know I'm gonna be the one to do it. So never mind. So anyway, he flipped the script on me, and he sounded like he didn't feel like it was a good idea anymore. And I said, well, you talked to me and convinced me to give it a shot, and now it seems like you're flipping the script on me. Why? And he said, well, you know, I just don't know if that's going to be a right move for you. And he said, you know, the pain medications you take, you know they're working. If they're no longer effective, then I can see switching. I said, but that's not what you told me 3 months ago. Now, you talked to me and had me pondering this for 3 months. Like, seriously. I've never liked the stuff. Didn't want to try the stuff. And he convinced me, and then he's flipping the script on me. So he starts giving me all this long line of, you know, reasons why and all this stuff. So, let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Add blue cheese, half the milk and half the butter. Okay. So, half the milk and half the butter. But anywho, he's telling me that he just didn't think it was a good idea. Since my medications were still effective, you know, the pain pills, and I was really, you know, not only was I surprised and taken back by it, but I was a little pissed off because I never wanted to use the stuff anyway. But I was so frightened by what happened with those false positives for months, and not being able to really have the confidence in, you know, manufactured medication that you should have if you're going to be taking them every day. And I was really a little upset with him because of that. And so we left it at, well, we'll have to coordinate it with your pain management specialist. And I said, yeah, I know that, and we can do that. But, so we kind of left it at, come back and see me in 1 month. And he wanted to run some tests on something. I don't even remember, but I didn't stay and get the test because I was sitting there all that time, and they're in a brand new office within walking distance from me. I can literally walk. It's like 1 block away from me. And in fact, I walk there every morning with my service dog. So him being there is just magnificent. I don't have to call Uber. I don't have to have my daughter take off work or nothing like that. I can just walk up there. I'm there in less than 2 minutes. I mean, it's that close. And we left it at come back in a month, and, you know, we'll see. And so then I said, okay, so, okay, set it again for 4 minutes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to flip my meat because it's time to flip it over. Huh? Okay. So at any rate, he kind of flips the script on me a little bit, and I don't know, you know, what to do now. I'm going to come back in a month, which I didn't. He made me promise, but I didn't. I just have too many appointments to be going back a month to see all these different doctors. I got to see my pain management specialist every month, and that's $25 a pop. You know. So, anywho, I came home and I said, you know what? I told my daughter, it's legal now here, so I don't really have to go through my doctors if I want to, right? I said, so let me just see what I can find out on my own. So I contact this, what do they call them, dispensaries. And the guy was Australian, really nice guy, gave me a lot of information. What is that? Piece of fuzz, look like. Gave me a lot of information, and I thought that he was really good because he helped me to understand the purpose of the CBD, the purpose of the THC, and I told him it was mainly for pain, and so he recommended some products to me, and then he asked me for a referral or something, or the prescription or something like that. So I said, well, I don't have one. I said, it'll have to be tomorrow because I can go get one from my doctor. And so he said, oh, no worries. You can just get one here. He said, I'll send you a link. So I gave him my email address. He sent me a link. He said, you can go there and they'll get you one, and we can still get you some, you know, some tonight. So I said, okay. So I went there, and it was like $49 or something like that to get the little medical thing, and I guess you know, like a authorization to dispense to me, I guess basically is what it is. And so I got that, and okay, so I put it on pause. I meant to come back. I've already finished cooking my dinner. Not just cooking my dinner, but eating my dinner. And I left off, I remember where I left off, telling you all about getting this little medical card or whatever to try this medicinal marijuana. And so I did contact this guy from Australia, and who lives like one city over, just a few miles from me. And so they deliver. You don't have to go to his dispensary or anything like that. See, I got sweat. But they'll deliver. And so he sent me to the site where I can get the little card and little doctor's, you know, permission thing. And I tried, the first time I tried some gummies. And see, gummies, and I think I had some chocolate, some little chocolate balls, but they're like coffee bean balls, and that had chocolate on the outside. And I tried, oh, the spray that goes under your tongue. You just spray it right under your tongue. And that was the first time. So I did the gummies and the spray, and then I did the very lowest amount of CBD and THC. So he even recommended that I start at a level up. And I said no, because it's been like literally 1979 last time I, you know, remember trying some marijuana. So I really want to start very low so I can see how I respond to it. So after I did those, and I said, okay, didn't really do much in terms of controlling my pain. So, and I, you know, didn't feel weird in my head or anything. So I said, I think it's safe for me to go up. So I went up, and with the spray that you spray 3 or 4 sprays under your tongue. And then the gummies, I went up on those. But then this time, because they always throw in something, you know, to try or whatever, just something, you know, like when you go to the store and they give you little free samples of stuff. So they sent me a little pen. It's like, you know how the electronic cigarettes look? Oh, I still have it, but can't get to it now. So they sent me one of those, just the pen style electronic cigarettes, but it had the CBD and the THC in it. And they sent that and the battery for that for me to try. And that was really strong. Because it says take 1 or 2 puffs, I think is what it said. And then you have to allow yourself 2 hours at least to see how, it's going to work for you. But I used to be a cigarette smoker. And when you smoke cigarettes and then you light it first, initially you take a few puffs just to get the thing lit and the smoke flowing. So I just was doing that, and I was thinking, well, it's very low amount of smoke, so I was just puffing it to make sure that it was heating up and allowing whatever, medicine was in there to flow. And that first time, man, I tell you, I got up, me and my service dog walk early in the morning. And I got up and I went out there, and I tell you, believe me when I say, I was messed up. I was high. Okay? And I even had to laugh at myself because I said, oh my God, this, I can't be this relaxed. No, I'm not even alert. I'm not, I'm not watching things around me. I'm not, keeping an eye on him, making sure he's not eating spiders or, whatever. And it was so funny. I was so high. I said, okay. So now I know if I do use the pen, whatever puff you take, you're just going to have to count it. Even if it's not very strong flow of smoke, you're just going to have to count it. And then maybe you shouldn't even, try that because it's so... But I found that the CBD would control the pain. Actually, I have to be honest with you. The few days I did the little experiment, I did it 7 days. But the few days that I did it, my pain was better controlled than with my pain pills. I love the pain pills because it no longer has the effect on me, like make me groggy or anything like that. I don't experience that anymore with them. The only way I know that I've taken pain medicine is because my pain is much, much, much lower or it's gone. That's the only way I know. So they still work, they're still effective, and they still do good. But it's just that, I really would love to be able to find something natural. Just even if it's through just taking advantage of the healing properties in fruits and vegetables and spices and stuff like that. I would really prefer that even over medicinal marijuana. I would rather find something completely natural. But I'm going to make another video on something that I discovered that is very popular in terms of controlling pain, relaxing so you can sleep. I don't have a problem with sleep, but some people do. Relaxing you so you can sleep and everything, and it compares to morphine, and it is a vegetable. And the thing about it is so potent, and it's so, even though it's a vegetable, it's so close to being morphine that you can actually OD on it. So I'm going to speak about that in a separate video. But if I forget, don't let me. Just remind me. Say, hey, you were going to tell us about this vegetable that is compared to morphine. And that'll remind me to make sure that I put that out there for you. So anywho, thank you for joining me on my cooking day. I didn't take a picture of it, and I didn't even let you see the after effect, the final finished product, but it was good. I have to say, if you have never done this dish or made this dish, I recommend it. Very good. So at any rate, I'm going to wish you loopy lubbies and pulls of spoons and fluffy puppies and all the things that make us feel warm and fuzzy instead of nasty pain. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.